So today we're going to be looking at the scan parameters. Now the reason you'd want to modify these parameters is to adjust the quality and other aspects of your basic scan before sending it to mesh with the Create Mesh button. So scan parameters are displayed if you are clicked on a scan. So if you click on the texture or the alignments, you in fact will not see them. So you need to have a scan selected to see your parameters. The first thing you can see is this was scanned at 0.5mm resolution. That doesn't mean to say you can't alter that, because it can reprocess it from the raw data, which it still has. So you could set it to, say, 0.6 millimeters resolution. This will not be applied until you click on the apply button. Another thing is the fill positioning targets. If you'd use targets, they would of course obscure the surface underneath, and this option fills the surface where the hole would have been when you use targets. For the optimize accuracy of boundaries checkbox, the software makes an attempt to improve and increase the accuracy of boundaries where your mesh ends. For optimize scan mesh, this makes an improvement to any orange peel effect. It smooths the mesh. And so if you do see a slight orange peel effect from scanner noise, Optimize Scan Mesh helps smooth that out. You don't want to smooth out too much detail, so probably a good idea is to set it at 10% or possibly maximum 15%. Decimate Scan Mesh will reduce that triangle count of 2.9 million triangles by increasing triangle size in flatter areas and keeping it at its level of detail in detailed areas. And it acts as a compression on the number of triangles and alleviates the file size as well. So a suggested setting could be 10 for decimating. Autofill holes is also a function that works on 0 to 100% and starts by filling the smallest holes. So just set it to, let's say, 10%, and it will fill any of the small holes that may be existing in the mesh. The remove isolated patches is also a 0 to 100% slider, and removes, setting it to 5 shows you all of these noise patches that are not connected to the main scan, and that it will remove them with this function. So before we click on the apply button, we'll just have a quick look at the triangle size. Now it's all a constant triangle size, which was the one acquired at the scan. But the decimate function will reduce that by a considerable amount in the flatter areas. So let's choose apply. So after processing, you can see that it's made larger triangles on the flatter areas and smaller triangles, kept the smaller triangles in the more detailed areas, for instance of the hair or around the corners of the eyes. For the isolated patches, they're still shown in red. You have to go up and choose delete isolated patches. This is gone forever if you do. You don't need them, so that's fine to go ahead and OK that. Now let's look at some of the surface. We'll turn off the triangles and see what the optimize mesh scan, the function did. And you can see that it smoothed that orange peel effect on the forehead. So that covers all your scan parameters.